Hi, Elazar.
Good evening, good afternoon, good Erev Yontif.
There, Yontif, yeah.
Good Erev Yontif, yeah. You're not going to Israel for Sukkot, are you?
No, we just were in Israel.
I know. So you timed it right though, because not that the bris was in time, but because everybody else is going. It's so fun to go when millions of people there. You can't get anything right now, so everybody's going.
It was really nice because it was not crowded.
Right, exactly.
When we went places, it was really good.
That's good. Yeah, it's impossible to go any place now.
Right.
With all the crowd, yeah. All right. Okay, Mitch Hashem, will be another time. All your kids are okay then?
Yeah, we spoke to all of them. They're all having a nice Yom Kippur.
Wonderful. My granddaughter came in, Saul's daughter, Miriam Tova, they live in Yerushalayim. They have 5 kids. We brought them all in. They're here now, so it's really nice.
Oh, very nice.
And then Saul and Julia are coming in on Mutzi Yom Kippur. They're leaving right after Yom Kippur, so it's going to be Labor Day here.
Oh, very nice.
All right. No.
Okay, let's start. We're in the Mishnah Peiches Amud Beis. Hamotzi get ve'ein imo ksuba. She doesn't have the ksuba, she has the get, and she wants to get paid. The din is goyve ksubasa. He cannot claim that he paid her already, and that you gave me back and that I gave you back the star, and you tore it up. It's based on T'nai Bezdin that you have a ksuba. You don't need to present the ksuba. Now, imotzia ksuba ve'eni moget. Let's say she comes to Bezdin and says, "Listen, he divorced me. Here's my ksuba. Pay me on my ksuba. I don't have the get." Why? He omeret ovad giti. She claims she lost it. V'hu omer. Ibed shoivri. I paid her already. So he admits that there was a ksuba. He admits that there was a get because he admits that he paid her. So then I guess this was a place where they wrote a receipt. So we ask him, where's the receipt? And he says, I lost it. Or Baal Chov Shoitzi Shtar Chov. After Shemitah, a creditor brings a Shtar Chov to Bezdin, and he wants to collect payment. The Einimo Prusbo. Hare Elu Lo Yipar. These should not be paid. Because maybe it was paid already. However, when the Roman
Sorry, Ernie, where are we holding?
Pei Tes Amud Aleph in the Mishnah. When the Romans made a gzera that nobody could do mitzvahs, so they would destroy the get or the prusbul right away. So Isha Goyva Ksubasa Shalo beged, Ubachov Goyva Shalo Beprusbul. Because we assume that they were written, but they just were destroyed because of the shmat. So it comes out from our Mishnah, Shema Minasha Koisvin Shoiver, that if a person pays a debt on a star, so the Malv has to write a Shoiver, a receipt, that it was paid.
Are you learning?
Mm-hmm.
You learning? He's on? We made them chip matzo balls. Come out, Zeta's learning.
It means the loiva will fund it. The ain't koisvin shoiver, because if we don't write a shoiver, lechush dilma mafkila luksubasa v'gavyaba. She'll go to another bezdin, pull out the ksuba, and collect again with it. and the Baal won't be able to prove that it was paid. So having a shoiver prevents that. Amar Rav says our Mishnah is not a raya. The Malkum Shein Koisvin Ksubas Kina. This was a place where they didn't necessarily write a ksuba. They relied on Tanai Bezdin, even without writing a ksuba. Therefore, we're not concerned that she has the ksuba in her possession and she'll present it to another Bezdin. So there's no proof that a shoiver is written. Shmuel Amar, you could learn our Mishnah Apabakum Shekoisvin Ksuba. And she said she lost it. So then, according to Shmuel, what? You write a shoiver? Amar Avanan the Didim of Shlemedim Mar Shmuel. It's either b'makom she'ein koisvin. It's either in a place that they didn't write a ksuba, and he says kosafti. Then alav lahavi raya. He has to bring a proof that he wrote a ksuba, and then therefore there's a risk that she could go and try to collect it in another place. And she won't get paid unless she actually brings it. Now, or it could be a case b'makom shekoisvin, in a place where they did write a ksuba, v'arman, she says lo kosavli, and she claims it was never written on my behalf. Alei alav, she has to bring proof that it was not written, and then she can collect without a ksuba. But otherwise, we don't let her because we're concerned she has a hidden ksuba and she'll collect it in another bezdin. V'af Rav Hadar Bey. Rav eventually changed his mind to Shama Rav. Bein b'makom shekoisvin, bein b'makom she'ein koisvin. Whether you're in a place that wrote a ksuba or not write a ksuba, if she presents a get, so at least she's goiva ikr. She gets the mona masayim, the basic, the minimum amount in a ksuba. If she pulls out a ksuba and the amount in the ksuba is greater, goiva the toisefes. So she gets also the additional. And therefore, there's no reason that there's going to be a worry. So the Gemara says, why shouldn't we worry? Tanan, it says in the Mishnah, she presents a ksuba, the animal get, and she doesn't have the get. She wants to be paid based on the ksuba. And we ask her, where's the get? And she says, Hi omeres avad giti, I lost it. V'hu omer avad shoivri. And he admits to everything, but says that I lost my shoiver. It's after Shemitah, creditor pulls out a shtar, wants payment, and we say, where's the prusbul? That shows that the Shemitah is not going to wipe it out. And he doesn't have it. Now, Bishmal Shmuel Mukila. Now, I understand why we don't pay. Because he established it, B'makom Shein Koisvin. It was a place where, in general, the rule was that they didn't write Ksuba, V'oma Kersafti. And he claims that he wrote one. Damrinan Le, we say to Shmuel, according to Shmuel, I see right, bring me a rye that you wrote it. V'ilo Maisi, if you don't bring it, Amrinan Le Zil Porek. We'll say, go pay it. El Rav, Nihi de Iker Loy Gavya, Tosefes Miatigvi. Fine. She won't be able to get the minimum on the ksuba because he's going to claim that he paid it already in another Beis Din. But Tosefes Miatigvi. But the extra from the Koyach HaKsuba she should get based on the way we learned. Om Rav Yosef, Ach Maskinon, Kishe'en Sham Ede Gerushin. We don't have necessarily raya that she was divorced. And therefore, Migu Diyochel Loimar, Lo Girashtiya, and then she wouldn't get anything. Yochel Loimar Girashtiya Nazal Ksuba. She's believed to say I was divorced and I was paid the ksuba. Or no, I divorced her and I gave her ksuba. Hamidi Tani Sefer that can't be. Because the Sefer of our Mishnah says, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel Oimer, Min Asakona ve'elech. Once the Romans made exer against mitzvahs, people didn't keep their gittin or their ksubas or their documents. So Isha Goiva Ksubasa Shabalo beged. She could collect her ksuba without the get. Now, it has to be that there are at least edim of gerushin for her to collect. Dilek edim gerushin, my God, how is she collecting without at least edim? So we have to go back and we say the whole Mishnah is Kula Rab Shimon Gamliel. It's not a machlokas. There's some words missing. It says, Hare elu lo yiparu. In these cases where there was a shtar without a prusbul, or he claimed he lost a shoiver, you can't pay. There were no Ede Gerushin. Aval, Yesham Ede Gerushin, Gavya Tosefes. She doesn't get the Ikr Ksuba because we're concerned that the Ikr Ksuba has already been paid, but the Tosefes should be paid. Imavka Gita Gavya, Bilomavka Gita Lo Gavya. That's in a regular period of time. But Nisakona ve'elech, Ava Gavya Lomavka Gita Gavya. Even without the get, she can collect. Shurab Shimon Gamliel Oimer, Nisakona ve'elech, Yisha Go V'Ksubos Shelo Beged Bal Chov Shelo Beprus. Amalei Rav Kana Rav Asi L'Rav. Liditcha, according to your opinion, Sha'amart get, if she has the get, go V'Ikr. But what about Almana Min Anasuin, not a get? She's a widow. B'mai Gavya. There's no get. How does she collect? The Gemara answers Be'edei Misa. Edim who can testify that he died. Now, how do we know Lechesh Dilma Girsha? How do we know maybe he divorced her before his death? And now she'll get another, and she collected a ksuba, now she'll get another ksuba. So Mafke Lagita V'Gavya Ba. The second time. So Rav explains, B'Yosheves Tachas Baila. She lived with him as a married woman until his death. We know that for sure. Maybe he divorced her right before he died. If he didn't inform people about the Gerish, so the problem is on him. Okay. What about Almonim and Ayrusin b'mai Gavya? He gives her Kiddush and then he dies. There's no get. So if you're going to tell me Be'edei Misa, again we'll ask V'Dilma V'Lechesh Dilma Girsha. Maybe he gave her a get before he died. And then Mafki Yita V'Gavya she'll collect, and then now she's collecting a second time. Ela b'makom de lo yefshar kasvin and shoiver. In this kind of case, you got to write a receipt because there could be double payment. Even Ede Misa gufayo nechush. Dema Mafki Ede Misa b'hai beidina v'Gavya v'adar Mafki beidina achrina Gavya. She'll take these Ede Misa to different Beis Din and collect on the Ede Misim. So on this kind of case where there could be double payment, Vade b'makom de lo yefshar kasvin and shoiver, you would write a receipt.
Surely they would write the receipt every time. I mean, because they knew that they could go from Beis Din to Beis Din.
No, well, in this case, where there is no get, we're talking about like by an almana normally.
Right. When there's so they say there's that he died, and there's no he died, and they aid him to say that he died. That's the case, right?
Correct.
So she takes the aid him. She goes to Beis Din. So Beis Din, I hear what you're saying. So they can't. So maybe they could improvise with the ksuba, but even if you have a shoiver, even if Beis Din wrote a shoiver, I'm sure they didn't have connections between one town or another town or something, but there had to be a shmua. It sounds strange. Even if they wrote a shoiver, How are they going to collect the money?
No, the shoiver would be presented and he would come to Bezdin, the second Bezdin that's trying to get him to pay. He's going to show the shoiver in the other Bezdin. So that'll prevent them from a double payment. Shoiver will work there.
Yeah, and not if he's a mason. They have aid him.
No, he had Adim that the person died and they paid once. And then the heirs have a shoiver.
Oh,
So
the heirs have a shoiver.
he's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, that no, understand. The heirs have the shoiver.
Heirs have the
And-
shoiver.
Yeah, but if she goes to another base, then with these two aid him.
So the the heirs will show up with the shoiver and say, we paid already.
Okay, I hear what
It'll
you're saying.
show the date. It'll show the date of death. It's not a different person. It's the same person.
Okay.
The shoiver will work. Armalei Mark Shisha Breder Rav Chizar Ravashi. Al Mama Min Ayrusa Minolan the is like Suba. How do we know that someone who was given Kiddushin only and then the guy died, how do you know that there's a Ksub at all? Maybe Ksub has only been instituted with Nesuin. So, because it says, Nis Armala or Nis Garsha. She became a widow or divorced. Beimin Ayrusin, Beimin Anesuin, Goy V'Sakol. Now, Goy what? Must be Goy V'Saksuba. So Zmor says, that's not a riot. Dilma, in that particular case, he wrote Kosav law. But it's not a general Takonas Chachamim that for every Arusa you would write a Ksuba. Now, V'chi Tema, maybe you'll answer me, I Kosav la Maila Meimer. So if he had written the Ksuba, so what's the Chiddush here? La Fuke mi Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Sha'omar, he held that an Arusa that became divorced or widowed, there's no Tosefus. Shaloi Kosav la Ella Amanashu Koinsa. He held that the whole reason that they forget about the Iker Ksuba, the monomasai, but the Tosefus in the Ksuba was only written if he was going to sleep with her. So we want to show that we don't hold like Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Dekanami, I'll prove it to you. Diktoni, Goy Vesakol. She collects everything, not just the Iker, but also the Tosefus. Iyamet Bishlama, Shekosov law. If you're going to tell me that this was a case where he doesn't have to write it, but he wrote it. Mishamachi Goy Vesakol, both the Iker and the Tosefus. But if he didn't write the Ksub, and she's going to Bezdin because she wants not Takonas Chachamim, then my Goy V'Sakol. Without Knisa, Mana Masayim Hudi Islay, and not the rest. So there's no raya from there. Rather, the raya that an Arusa has a Ksuva is Midatani Rav Chia Baravim. Ish to Arusa. What are the dinim of a wife that you gave kiddushin to? Not nesui. Lo onen v'lo mitamim. There's no din aninus if his wife dies, and if he's a kohen, he doesn't go to a funeral. V'cheini lo nenes v'lo mitamim. Same thing, if he dies, she does not observe aninus and does not go to the funeral. Mesa and a yorsha. If she dies, he doesn't inherit her. Mesu goy v'ksubasa. But if he dies, she collects the ksuba. So again, the Gemara says maybe this was a case of Dilma de Kosav law, but it's not a general rule of Chacham. What's the Chiddush? The Chiddush is Mesa in a Yorsha Itzrachalei. That even though he wrote a ksuba, so you might think that there is a financial connection. He does not inherit her if she dies. So there's no riot. We have no riot regarding Averus. Amar Rav Nachman Rav Huna. L'Rav de Omar get goy ve'ikr, that if she has the get, she gets at a minimum the monomasai. Now the Gemara says why? Lechesh dilma mafka gita b'hai beidina v'gavya v'hadra mafka b'veidina achrina v'gavya. She'll collect the monomasai in multiple beis. She goes to this bezdin, she'll collect the ikr, and then she goes to another bezdin with the same get and collects again. Maybe bezdin will tear up her get after she's paid. No, I need this get to show the Masada Kiddushin in my next marriage to have proof that he'll marry me, that I'm a grusha, and I have to show him my get, so don't tear it. So the answer is the Karinan lay, we tear it, but Kasvinan Agva, we write on the torn get, Gita Dinan Kra'inu, Lav Mishum de Gita Posel Ala Deloted Teheder V'Tigbe Bezin Achrina. We tore this get not because it's a puzzle to get, but because we don't want you to collect it a second time in another bestin. So that's another, Walter was concerned, that's another protection. Now, Shnei Gitnu Shtei Ksubas. Person married a husband, divorced him, and he married her again. So the husband could write her a second ksuba if he wants. Sometimes they'll decide, no, I'll remarry you, but only on the smach on the original ksuba. Or he could write you a second. The dates will be different, obviously, if you have shtei gitin and shtei ksubas. And therefore, in that case, goy v'shtei ksubas. If they show up to Bezdin and the dates are appropriate, she can collect on 2 ksubas. But shtei ksubas v'get echad, or ksuba shnei gitin, 1 ksuba and 2 gets, or ksuba v'get umisa, ein a gova ksuba achas. Then she can only collect 1 ksuba. Why? Because in general, hamegarish is ishto v'chzira, manas ksuba v'shoyim machzira. In general, a husband who took his wife back didn't write a new ksuba. They did it based on the original ksuba. So she only gets 1. Now, the Mishnah seems, in the case of, that if you have 2 ksubas and 1 get, you only collect 1. Now, which ksuba do you collect? That iboy b'hai gavi, iboy b'hai gavi. She can choose which one she wants, because one is more than the other. Or maybe the other one's date is earlier, and therefore she could go and get from people who had bought assets from the husband. If that's the case, that she can choose, leimet evitiyufta, the Rav Nachman Amar Shmuel, Shem Rav Nachman Amar Shmuel, shnei shtaros hayotzim mizrach harzeh. 2 shtaros come to Bezdin. There's a few days difference between the 2 shtaros. It's dealing with the same sale or gift. Must be bitel sheni sarishon. It must be that they wrote the second shtar and it supersedes the original shtar. So why don't we say the same thing in the case of our Mishnah with the 2 ksubas? So lavit Allah, because over there we answered. Sha'am Rav Papa, Moed Rav Nachman, the Oisef Beit Dikla. If there was even 1 palm tree in the second shtar that wasn't in the original one, he wasn't Mavatel, the first one. The second one is only L'toisefes Kasfei, is because he added something. The second ksuba, he added something. So he didn't Mavatel the original ksuba. He just wanted to add there. Okay, we'll stop here.
Ernie,
Yeah.
you know, that makes sense, because we learned before that if somebody wants to give extra money to the wife, even when he gets married, he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to give
Right.
it effort.
Exactly. So the second shtar documents that.
Right. Okay, Gemara
Okay,
Chassidut
everybody.
Tova, Harold.
Harold, good to
I
see
did
you.
get-
Sorry, I was late.
Yeah.
I was late.
No,
What's the schedule? Thursday? Are we learning
Third-
Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, I think most people, if you want to learn at 9 o'clock Wednesday night, I'm prepared.
Yeah, but most people are.
Okay. So let's skip to Thursday. And Svika doesn't have a share. Svika has no
Okay,
share
so
Thursday?
let's speak of, we'll try to do 8 o'clock. I'll try to do 2 blot
Okay.
on Thursday night.
All right.
Okay.
Mark is gonna tell you.
Have a
Okay, a
Gemara-
Gemach Hasiba Toiva to everybody.
Oh,
Harold,
man.
all the best.
You
Also, we
guys
have
too.
to move the Mizrahi magazine over into the gym. I'll try to remember.
I'll leave it to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you look already Yontif Dick?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the mikvah. My mikvah is my pool.
I'm going to my mikvah. I go to my mikvah every time.
Yeah, Rabbi Karapkin
Gonna-
used to come to me all the time. He taught me that din.
Yeah, I've been doing that din since I had a pool.
Yeah. And I went to Tashlich here by the golf course.
At Tashlich, I went already on the second day. I need to get rid of all my chataim pretty early.
We always have a minute to do it Erev Yom Kippur.
Okay, that's a nice minute, good, in case you have anything extra baggage.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, what did they say in the golf
So what time did they say the shul is?
4 o'clock.
No, besides Mincha.
They said They said it's at 6:09 or something, but this fast only starts.
Kol Nidre at 6:09?
Yeah, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be Kol Nidre will be 6:25. Don't worry.
Okay.
It'll be 6:25 probably. Should be a nice davening. We have this nice choir.
Yeah, very nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. All right. Listen, we should have a good yontif.
Amen. I visited my mother. My mother looked good today. Thank God.
Yeah.
She gave us a nice bracha. And
yeah. I tried to call your mother, but she doesn't answer.
Here, let me give you the housekeeper's cell phone.
Hold
And
on a
she'll
second.
and she'll tell you what, it's 424.
1 second. Let me put it down with Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby Agustin, I called her that.
Bobby Agustin. You can call her and you say you're a friend of the Agustins, and she'll put you together with the she has a iPad. 424.
Right. Pamela 424. Yeah.
466.
466.
8709.
8709. Was
Yeah,
worth it on the
this,
Daf Doc just
she's
for
a
that.
malach. This just a wonderful caregiver.
I'm really looking forward to going to Eretz Israel.
Oh,
Already-
so when are you leaving
I've been in
Thursday?
contact. I've been in contact with Asher all the time. Hopefully, I'll see him and
You should go. Let me tell you something.
where should we go?
You know Achuza. You've been to Rananis. You know Achuza Street. I have to tell you about Achuza?
You don't have to tell me about anything.
But there's a very nice mall in Modi'in. Fantastic food court. Fantastic.
Listen, one thing's in Israel, you're not short of food. Thank God.
Right. And you know that boardwalk in Herzliya, their meat and that's a really nice restaurant.
Which one? That one?
No, bread. Lechem ubasar.
Lechem ubasar. Ernie, I've been eating there for 20 years.
Yeah, that's really good. I had a fantastic hamburger there.
Yeah, listen, Israel, the food is just, listen, I can tell you, I stay in the plaza now.
No, you're going to be in the Tel Aviv. There's no better breakfast.
No
better breakfast than that.
No, I'm just telling you, even in the plaza. The food, the hotel, the food is phenomenal. It's really good. It's really good. I just put on weight, that's all. Okay.
Well, don't put on too much.
Yeah, no. I listen, I lost an extra 3 pounds, 4 pounds now, so I can.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, well, listen, Baruch Hashem, I'm down to 160, 161, so that's good.
Wow, that's terrific. That's terrific.
I feel good, thank God.
Thank God.
Enjoying this Gemara. This Gemara is really has the whole.
Yeah, it's Baba Kama like Gemara. It's
very
all the
Baba
financial dinim. It's very good.
Very, very Baba Kama. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's why they say Ksubis is a Shas cotton. It's got everything in it. got
Yeah,
everything in it.
got all kinds of things. Okay,
Okay.
okay, I'll see you at Mincha. Okay, bye.